Okay, so in this series, we are going to create an antivirus software system, and from my opinion section or my um, prescriptions and people did for me, this is the sample type we're going to create. So in this particular lesson, we're going to learn the interface so that we get to know how we can start from it. But first of all, let's try to see if we can do some little bit adjustment from this particular project. Now, from this interface right here, we want to just create something out of this, or we want to do something, or the interface something like this, right? So this is what we're going to do. This is one form, right? This particular place is one form, and this we will use it as a scan now, and these options will be available so that they will be like buttons so that we can click on them. This will be a nice panel which we will be working on them, and then this is going to be another section as well. But we will be going into Adobe Photoshop to do some designing. We can decide to do some designing in Adobe Photoshop, but we can decide not to do some designing in Adobe Photoshop. And this section will be customizable, right? All these sections will be customizable. So before we get started, we need to get to know how all these stuffs work, right? So good, let's go into our project. But first of all, make sure you have installed um, um, Picon, right? Picon app on your computer, right? So let's create a new project, and we will give so this is the Picon software. We will be using the icons from here so that it will be helping us. So I'll just minimize it. Now let's create a project from Visual Basic. Let's give it a name. Let's call this smart protector. Right? I'll just give it a name, smart protector 2019. We would like to add other notifications and the rest, so stay in touch so that you get to. And this is the interface development, the part one of the interface development. We won't take more time in doing this, right? So let's quickly create the new project. So that we can start building something out of what we want to do, right? So from the paint view, we're going to create these buttons, this sidebar, and then this bar. And if time permits us, we will just design something nice out of this, right? So let's go back to our project, and this is our project, right? Now you can decide to auto hide your your toolboxes, your properties, other section. You can decide to work on them. Now this is our form, right? Now for the form, the back color, you can decide to choose white, and that will work fine for you. And then the border style, form border style, it is sizable. Let's turn it to none. And then let's go to the text for the form one. Let's call this we will call this smart protector 2019, right? So that will be called smart protector 2019. Now let's go down once again, and then let's set the start position to, let's say, maybe center screen, right? Center screen is quite good, yes. So from this center screen, I think it is done. When I start my project, you will see that definitely it will start in the middle of the screen. As you can see that it is being started, right? Good. Now let's stop it. From this section, this is what we're going to do. We're going to look at how it was. Now you can see that there is a side panel here, right? One side panel here. So we are going to create that side panel. So let's go to the toolbox and let's search for panel, right? panel. Now drag that panel to this space provided here for you. Now let's go to its properties, and then let's dock the dock style to the let's dock it to the left, to this side, and then let's search for the back color. And instead of the back color, let's add, let's say it will be dark, something like dark blue, something like that. And this dark blue is too dark, it should be kind of bluish color, you know so I believe the dodge is it's kind of cool, but let's try to work along with the colors so that uh you know so let's try to work along with the colors so that we can go to customize, then we check in for our own choice of color we wish to use. You can decide to choose any color you want, and it depends on what you want to do, right? So I would like to use this color for now, and then I will add another panel, which is my panel 2, right? And then for that one, I will not dock it to the top or to the left or to the right, but I will just stretch it, right? I'll just stretch the panel and then give it another color. So for the back color, I would like to say that let me use I would like to choose this dodge color. It can be this color because these colors are not the same, they are not the same. Or you can decide to choose any color you want. They all work the same. So let's assume that I want to choose maybe red for now. You can see that it's kind of cool. Now let me send that back so that it will be working perfectly fine. Now let me shift it up so that I can see that it's well being arranged. Good. Now from what we have, from what we are doing now, you can see that this section is there, and then this section also is there, and then this section is also there, right? So let's work along with the test right here. So from the test, I would like to add a label, right? I will add a label. I will add one label right here, and then for the fore color of the label, I will say white. And then the font style or the font size of it, I would like to modify the font size a little bit. Let's see this and see how it looks like. I would like to say that I will use this font right here, and then I will use the oblique, and then instead of the font size, I'll choose 12. And then I say okay. So I think I'm getting some error right here, so don't worry, we will use this one, 12. Okay, good. So from this label, which is the test here, we will say that smart protector, right? So the smart will be on its own, and then I would like to check the bold for the font. So let me use impact for the smart. Yes, and then let me put them all in capital letters. So smart. Good. So that is the smart. Now I believe that my font size should be maybe 24. It's kind of, let's make it 15 anyway. Good. Now for this, let's copy and paste it one more time. Now let's bring that one here. Good. Now for this, I will say that it will be called protector, right? Yes, it will be called protector, but this time I'll not be using impact, but I will rather use Arial, right? Arial bold, and that would be nice for me. You see, so it's called interface development. You need to design the interface for it to look more attractive, right? So that people will really enjoy what you are doing, right? So this is it. This is it. You see that it's now smart protector, and you can, duplicate that, do it multiple times, and it is gonna work, so this is what I've done so far. Now I need to add an image, so let's add a picture box. Let's add a picture box, right? Sorry, let's add a picture box. So the picture box right here, let's let's load an image. I downloaded some images from the internet, and I will try to put it in the link in the description below, so that you can use it as well. So this is my image I would like to use, and it's a GIF image, right? So you will see that it's kind of white anyway, but I would like not to use the white of it. Let me see if the back color can be transparent anyway. Okay, that means that the background color is not a transparent image, right? So I need to you can decide to customize it, but you can decide to delete it. It all depends on what you want to do, right? So let's see, let's add I wanted to add something which is in GIF form, but all the same, you can design it something like that. In this section, you can decide to instead of the doc style, just on docket. Oh, sorry, on docket. Good. Now, let's put it right here to the left. Let's put it to the left, and then let's scale it down. Good. Now let's add this here. Good. Now for this, let's add it right here. Good. Now for this protector, let's bring it up here, and then for this one, let's bring it up here. So just select the two of them, and then for the fore color is white, so let's make it blue. Good. And I believe you can see that it's now blue. Good. So just select the two of them and then draw them up. Good. Something like that. And then I would like to add this right here, so that it will be a genuine project that I'm doing anyway. So I can decide to add it up to, let's say, this level, or I can add it up to, let's say, this section or the other section, which can help me. It's called interface development. So you need to get to know how you can develop your interface for it to be very nice. Don't wait for someone to tell you what to do. You can do it yourself. And it's very, very good for you to learn more about all these stuffs. So now this is one panel, and this is another panel, right? And this is our top panel. So let's add a picture box, right? Let's copy this picture box and paste it. Now let's add that picture box here. Good. I would like to add that picture box here. Good. So from this picture box, I would like now to go to here and then search for close, right? Now instead of this close, I'll just go to iOS, yes, and then I will search for let's see for the close. Okay, so I will search for this close. I would like to use this close, right? Anyway, so let's save the image, and then let's give it a directory where we want to save it. So I will save it here, close or cancel. Then I will say that maximize. Good. And this is my maximize box. I'll just save it. Good. And then this is let's say minimize, right? Good. So I this is the minimize right here. Good. So, and I saw another thing, which is the menu. So I will use this right here, and then let's say menu. Good. I like to use this menu right here. Good. So from this section, I will just change this image to my close, and then I'll just copy paste it. Oh, undo that. Copy paste it. And then I will quickly change it to my maximize box, and then paste it one more time. Now I will add my minimize box. Good. Now let's add two more. So this one, two here. Let's add one more to this. Good. Now for this is going to be the menu. So I think we got a menu here, and then this is going to be the avatar, which we selected so far. Yeah, so I believe we are nearly done with the project. Now let's add one more thing here, one more thing here, and this is going to be let's say we can change the image to any image at all. Any image you like to use, is quite interesting for you to use any image you wish to use, right? So let me use this source right here, and that is what I would like to add up here. Now from this screen you can see that these are some items they added, right? So you can add them by let's say some labels and others, right? Good. So from this section, let's start this project and see how it works, right? So this is the project we have done so far, and now you can see that this is what we have done so far. So we will just go ahead and then work on them so that they become very, very more interesting and more nicely. Good. So let's try to work along a little bit from this, right? So now I believe that we are nearly done, right? So let's add I would like to add a picture box instead. So for this particular project, we will be using the picture boxes more. Yeah, more of there will be more of the picture boxes. So I'll just instead of the blue, I'll just use dark blue, and that is quite nice. I'll copy and paste them. So we need to see the multiple times they just added it. So 1 2 3 4 5 times. Good. So from the 5 times multiple section, we can even use buttons, right? Let's use buttons for now, so we will add 5 buttons. So from the buttons, let's stretch them. Good. So from the button, I would like to customize the button a little bit. Now for the fore color of the button, I would like to choose white. right? The font color, let's use blue. No, that is the font color, so let's use white. And then I believe that the back color, let's use blue. Okay, first let's change it to red, and then let's change it back to blue, so that I just fix it. Then let's change the font border style, which is the flat style, to flat. Good. I believe that this is quite good for us, and it's more like it's more genuine. Yeah, so let's select the font size, let's choose 12, and then I would like to add an image. So let's see for their image they used, that is a PC. So I will just go to my icon, then let's search for monitor. Good, something like this, right? So you can decide to customize it by this button and it will be cool. So let's use all white, right? All white. So from the all white, I believe that we can save this image as the monitor, and then from the monitor we go by virus, right? So we search for scan, right? So we're going to search for this. I would like to use this instead, and then from the scan, I like to use it says speed up, so speed. Okay, so I like to use this, right? You can decide to use whatever you want to do, you want to use, but it's it's kind of cool. Then clean up, right? So clean up, right? And I would like to use rubbish. Let's use dustbins. Good. I would like to clean up by using this. And then let's see the final one, toolbox. So let's say toolbox. So I would like to choose this. Good. Now I think I have everything in mind. Now let's select the image. So quickly we will select the image, which is the monitor. So this is the monitor. Let's select it. Okay, now you can see that this is the image. Now let's align the image to the left, right? Good. And then the text also, we can text align, it is middle center, but we can add that one to here. And then the text, we can give it a space. Okay, so that means it should go a little bit. Good. Now for the text, let's say quick, I think it was quick scan, right? Good, let's check it out and see. Okay, that is full check, right? So it's gonna be full check. Good. So from this full check, we can now adjust them so that they can work along with it. But I would like to maintain this like what I am doing now. So I would like to maintain it to be something like this. And for this button right here, I'll just copy and paste it. I believe it was to be 5 times. Good. So 3, 4, and then the last but not the least, that is the 5, the fifth one. Good. So let's rearrange this. Now let's see for the second one, that is virus scan, which is the scan, right? So this test should be um, virus scan, right? Good. And then for the image resource, I think it's going to be the virus. So this is it. Good. And then the next one was, what was it? Speed up, right? So speed up. Good. And then for the speed up, I would like to choose the image resource for it to be this running guy anyway. Good. And then I think the next one was clean up. Clean up, right? Good. And then I would like to choose I think the dustbin anyway. Good. And then last but not the least, I think it is toolbox, right? Toolbox. So this is going to be my toolbox. Good. And then for the toolbox, I would just change the image resource to my settings. Okay, that is it. I think this is my toolbox. So from this angle, we are nearly done, but I would like to customize this a little bit. Anyway, I would like to customize this a little bit. So from this section, instead of this image right here, I will just select the background right here, and then I will copy. I'll just delete this for now. I will copy and paste this one more time so that they become two, right? So I'll just rearrange them, so something like this. Good. And then I'll just undo that. Just delete it. You just delete it and add a panel. Good. And from this panel, we will arrange it from this section. Good. So this is how it's going to be. And let's see if we can use black for the back color. I think black is kind of cool. Good. Let's choose black like this. And then for this color, what if I use the same as blue? It's gonna work. So blue I think is kind of cool for now. Yeah, then let's choose this back color to be black, and let's see. Okay, so I believe it is more like it. So let's stretch it. Now let's select all these and let's set the back color to black. Good. And then let's stretch them so that they all fit in. Good. So this is our virus scanning system, right? This is our virus scanning system. But from this section, we can add something. We can add something like let's say we can add something like a bar or something like that, like a white panel, or yeah, something like that. So let's select everything right here. Let's raise it up. Good. Good. So I believe we are nearly done for that. Now we can add I wanted to do some simple basic designing which will help us to modify our screen. Now, okay, I believe we are good to go. Now from this section, I wanted to scale it up, but it's kind of let's try to see if we can work this out. Okay, I believe this can be cool. Then we say that we can now do a quick review on how the antivirus system is going to be. So this is it. Let's see how it is done. You can see that it is more like it. So let's try to work along with it the interface a little bit so that we get to I have a third-party plugin here called Ellipse Bonifu Ellipse. So I'll just add the ellipse to my project, and then the ellipse file size, I will say the radius should be 10. Good. And yeah, so for all these I would like to scale it a little bit down. Oh, okay, I believe this is good. Now, instead of this smart protector right here, I will bring this smart here, and then the back color I will use white. Sorry, I will use the fore color to be white. Good. And then this protector will come, and then I will use white. Good. Now for the font size of it, I would like to use 28. Right, good. And then I'll just add it here, 28. Good. So this is it, smart protector. And then for this type of design, you can decide to add so many stuffs to this, and I will copy and paste this the full check. I copied and pasted, right? So I'll just add a button here, and for this button I would like to clear the image resource, so I'll choose none for now. Good. And then the text align, right, which is the text align, it should be center, right? Good. So for the text I would like to clear everything, and then I will say that quick scan. So quick scan. Good. So for the quick scan, I think the back color should be red. Good. So quick scan, you see, quick scan. And then I'll just copy and paste it, undo it. Let's copy this and paste it one more time, and let's add that one here, and then let's extend it a little bit, and then let's say that let's say buy premium, right? And then for the font size I would like to use 18. Good. Buy premium. Then for the back color for the buy premium I will use green. Good. And then I'll just copy and paste it one more time, paste it here, and then let's say this is gonna be so I would like to say that this is gonna be a trial, right? So trial version. Good. So the trial version background image is gonna be red, right? And then for these two I would like to scale it down a little bit, something like this. And then the font size, I would like to choose 14 for now. Good. And then that is it. So this is how I wanted my interface to be, or my design to be. Good. So you can subscribe to the premium, or you can buy the trial. You can use the trial version, right? So I'll just copy this right here, copy paste, and then I'll add it right here. Then I will say that the text for this is, I will say that 30 days remaining, right? And then I would like to choose the font size. I will use regular. I would like to use regular anyway, and then I will use 18 for now. Good. Then I just 18 is too much, 18 is too big. Let's use 12. Good. So that will be saying that 30 days remaining. Really? Then we say that we will just add one more to this, and then we add it up here. Then we say that status, right? So we will say that status. Okay, we will just say status, right? So for the status, let's bold it anyway. Let's use black status. Good. So let's copy the status one more time and paste it. Now for the status, I would like to use regular. Good. And then instead of the status, I will say that your computer is protected. Good. Your computer is protected. Now instead of the font size, I will choose regular. I believe my regular is not working. Well, why is it not working anyway? Let me use italic and see. Oh really? Okay, so let's delete this. Let's copy and paste this one more time. Let's add the status here. Then we say that your computer is protected. Good. So the status is your computer is protected. So let's see the four color. Let's use red for the, oh come on, red is too much anyway. Let's use green. I think black. No, let's use white. Good. So from this section, I believe we are nearly done. So that is a quick scan. You can perform a quick scan from this section, and then you can buy the premium version, or you can subscribe to the trial version, and it will be working perfectly fine. Now let's add one more thing here, and then we will say that this is a quick scan anyway. So let's say that let's add this image right here. I believe that let's add this image right here. Okay, so we just added an image. So this image right here. Good. So from this image, and then we just copy this quick scan, and then we paste it right here. Good. So for this, and then we say that let's turn the back color to green anyway. Good. So that is going to be our quick scan anyway. You can decide to make it big. It depends on how you want to do it. It depends on how you want to do it. Good. So for this quick scan, we just go to the font size, and then we will just enlarge it a little bit, right? So let's enlarge it a little bit. Let's bold it. Let's say yes. Good. Quick scan. Good. So don't forget to save your project, and then start your project, and let's see how far it works. So it's working. It's waiting for a quick scan, right? It's waiting for a quick scan. So you can click on quick scan so that it just scans your PC for you, or click here and then it will just start scanning, right? Good. So I believe it is more effective for now, right? Good. So let's try to modify this a little bit so that we can get things going. So from this section, I would like to choose a different image, which is I want to see if I can get any no. I want to see if I can get any GIF animation. Yes. So good. So this is kind of cool. So let's see. So from this section, you need to perform a quick scan. You need to perform a quick scan, right? So when you click on this, it will just give you a quick scan, and you can come here and then select what you want to do anyway. So guys, this is where we will end for the day, and on our next lesson we're going to see how we can add more features to this particular system. So until we meet again on our next lesson, have a nice day, and I'm out.